have burning desires about?
Raps.
What about them?
I want to learn how to do them better.
How to do them better.
As opposed to
Okay,
barely
those
doing them
topics
at
go
all.
together. Great.
Yeah,
Did
that's
you
why.
Did you do feints? Feints and
Feints?
feints?
No, feints is actually probably the biggest thing we haven't done a lot of.
It's a mental game.
Oh, these all go together.
Yeah.
Great. Any other burning desire topics? Sweet, we're going to do it. I want a demo buddy. I'll be a demo buddy. All right, demo buddy. Everyone take a step back from us, please. So we are going to look at what to do when your range is closed really tight, throwing wraps, and using feints to get around people's yard. In a way, we're going to integrate all those things together. So I hear, Godiva, I believe your question started with what happens when we get here.
Yeah, we're
almost
even
stepping on
closer.
each other's toes, or we're even.
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. This is actually kind of a dead zone. What do you naturally want to do here? Yeah, something high to wrap around the guard. And if we're both trying to do it, and we both expect that to happen, what are we gonna do? Go, keep throwing. Yeah, we're just gonna flop on each other.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna throw across. It's actually gonna hit him in the head. It's gonna be bad. So I'm gonna go back to doing this. Okay.
SGA guard.
Have people seen this happen?
Uh-huh.
This
I've done
happens, right? Okay, so it's not a very effective position to stay in. So Godiva, yes, I will encourage you to not just freeze, but also it's not helping you or them get any better or do anything better to stay stuck. Someone needs to step sideways. The second I step sideways, put their hand like that, take his leg and get out, well, I've, at least on a field fight, done something better. So you can either step away, you can try to throw a better feint to get the deeper wraps first. So let's say I feint across, the shield comes 2 or 3 inches over. It doesn't even need to be a super bad pop. Feint across, then throw. Feint face, then throw. Fake the wrap, throw across. If you're gonna do it that tight, you gotta tilt your tip down. So it'll look like this. Pump. All a feint is, by the way, is throwing a small jab. It's almost like that block, kind of punching motion, to make them try to block something. Aha! Get it. Try to block something that isn't really going there. A jab. It moves. Tuck my tip down, cross it, and it's a really just weird swing, but it's still that swing. All the angles forward with wrist. Okay. So, what to do in here? Pump, go across, pump, throw that shot with that triangle angle. I'd even advise that because it's faster than a wrap. Feint is a jab this way, it's just to get a shield. And then the hammer drops. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to be ready to keep your A-frame tight and back in here, your elbows ready to turn behind your body. Yeah, that was a leg shot. No, that's fine. Just announcing. Keep going. Sorry. That's gonna happen too. Don't take damage, just demo. How often are we actually hitting for how much we're throwing?
Like 1 in 6.
Yeah,
1 in
so
8.
don't stay there. That's what I'm trying to say is, yes, there are some effective things to do, but it's mainly who's going to sell the other person on a feint and hit them in the opposite shoulder. Or opposite between here and down to this back. Does that make sense? But I wouldn't stay there. Other things you can do in there, close game. The other things effective fighters are going to do is they're going to be intentional about using their shield. So instead of feinting him to get over this shoulder, perhaps I press. And through the shield, through stun stick, your weapon through strike stick. Freeze there for a sec so I can hit you. Does this make sense? Opposite you can come here and put your shield edge beside his. pull it out of the way, go across. But if he's got that wrap in mind, it gets tricky. It gets hard to stimulate that from the other angle. Maybe I'd even throw a wrap to try and accentuate it. He didn't get guard. Yeah. Okay, he moved it an inch. I'll take that. Make it big. Crack it out, and I'm probably even going to want to get back up. That's one way to get out of it. It's maybe over with the shield. We'll chop as I'm stepping back, so his ball strike goes out of range. Any of those helpful? Yeah. Sweet. Did that cover feinting and wrapping and what? Repeat with really?
Specifically short.
What's the value? What's the value of me being here for a team?
There's
There is none. Don't do it. I'm either gonna get a handle or I'm gonna die. There's so much less ability I have to maintain a good defensive composure at this range that I just don't want to do it. If he aggresses to me like that, sidestep and hit him in the gut. If he aggresses to me like that, sidestep. And if he doesn't let me hit him in the gut, then hit him in the shoulder. Like,
the only time it really ever comes up is if they're on a knee and they have such a good defense. Then that's the only time it really ever comes up. You're just better off finding the buddy or out juking them with your fakes.
let's keep going with a little feint move. Swap sides. Why is Florentine good?
So you have
The firepower.
two avenues of attack that you can use in sequence or in tandem.
I have two things that can be both offensive and defensive, more or less simultaneously. Right, you're more limited. And while sure that can be offensive in the version we just talked about, like stunning something or pinning it for a second, you can't do that in this range. Because if he tries to hit my weapon with the shield in that range, I get an easy hit. Does this make sense? So Florentine has a stronger advantage to use one feint to hit. One feint to hit. Okay? Make with one hand, hold them with the other. Most common ways to find this happening is feint, right, and you're hit with the left. It's Florentine against you, and that Florentine knows how to use their left hand.
My most favorite.
Yeah.
Love it.
And it's just a good thing because most people are thinking of losing their train of thought. It's harder to guard both sides of your body. Most people don't necessarily block this side of their body with their sword and that side of their body with their shield. And so that's all a good Florentine is going to use. Because if I feint to this inside and you block with your shield there, you die. Yeah? Block with your sword there and your shield there, who's gonna die? I do. Okay. So it is a good tactic, Florentine, to feint first. Dude, didn't even move that much, but I can see the shoulder now. I'll return this to guard, anticipating he's going to fire on what he thought was a shot. I'll hit him with my other stick. Even more important, single versus one. How am I supposed to win this match? Who do I want to swing first? Typically.
Him.
Yeah. And is it risky? Yeah. What can I do to compensate for that?
Sacrifice your offhand?
Okay, pardon.
I said sacrifice your offhand?
But I'd rather not, right?
You were assuming most attack is something like this.
Okay, sure. Sure, bro. I lost my mind. Let's play that game. I mean, this is a real field move, so often happens, right? Sure.
Aryan approach?
Winner! Right? Okay. And how am I going to set that up?
You're gonna bait, right?
Yeah! Yes! You do it! Okay. Right? Where do you want to swing? Oh! Okay. Get him to swing at the side of my body you want. I'll let my guard drift over to one. Shit, he's coming fast. and this, putting my already down and arm side closer to him, and it is risky, and it's hard for him to do anything except want to hit one.
I really want to stab your chest.
Yeah, you want to hit this side of my body though.
Yeah, I want to stab you
Yeah,
here.
great. Okay, do it. Shit, he did too fast. But ideally, I get into the habit of knowing if I put that forward, that's what he wants. And then I'm going to do what? As I block, stab, place the range. So he throws what he wants to. I bait what I want to bait. At worst, I see what he wants to do, and more or less took the little side step away and back. I can't probably get back there. At best, he does the same thing. Take it. And I could have stepped in as well. So let's do that slightly more. Yeah. Oh yeah, Dennis Rodman for the win. Throw him into the head. But I know the plane that he's gonna attack me on. Sure, I can do it with my sword hand. Here across the spine. Block on my way in. Right? We're not talking about fainting though. If I want to be aggressive, try to win just because I gained long arms. This way. Then sure, I can throw good feints and hopefully get something in before it gets a chance to come in. Dude with the beach defense and longsword skills, probably a stupid idea. Best
Speak up, Mumbles.
Yeah! Dude's got a long sword. Pretty good with it. Defense doesn't suck either.
Everybody in the
So
park is
if
like,
I'm trying to
"What?"
feint and kill him, I'm probably setting myself up for a Simo. I'll feint down here. Okay, he moved, but he moved in a way that sets him up to hit my arm really well. If I feint up over that shoulder with the cross, I think it just got worse. Okay, if I feint for the inside shoulder, his sword arm, what? Oh, is there any advantage to that? Not a great one. Yeah, how about the leg? How about the clean flow? Yeah, so there's no natural advantage to this. How about right heel? How about right leg? Let's pretend I'm just single on this one. Yeah, I got him to stutter more. At best, I could come across, maybe trade something.